What's going on, guys? Today you are joined by me again. This is just so you know, after Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving, everybody. This may be a little late, but happy Thanksgiving. I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. And as you can see, we're back in the car, and I have something to show you guys. There you go. So as you can see, I have assembled the engine once again. No more tools. No more tools. That's not to say I don't need any more. I need to connect the terminal, but all that aside, the engine's put back together. The head is bolted to... Where's the bolt? There's a bolt right there. The head is now bolted to the car, so I've got the heat shielding stuff back on. It's on there for sure. Now this PCV, like I said, I had thought I needed a new seal. Well, it turns out that this thing was not connected last time. It had a connecting rod on the bottom, and when I went at it, it was wiggly, and this thing's solid. Anyway, so that's something I noticed. Another thing, so we had there's 3 bolts on this thing. You tighten this one, which we did. But we did not notice that you had to push this all the way into this little black piece here. But after I pushed that in there, the PVC sucked itself straight to the head of the engine, creating hopefully what is a perfect seal. So I'm going to leave the engine open, the hood open anyway, connect the terminal, try and fire it up, and I'm going to let it see, I'm going to see if it burns any oil, and, well, obviously it's going to burn oil, but I'm going to see if it leaks, and if it starts leaking, I'll shut the vehicle off. If it doesn't leak, got it good. Now, there is a couple things that I have it's been too long since I tore this thing apart already, and I guess I forgot, but most of the stuff's back in here. Just a simple mount that I had forgotten where it went. So where's that mount at? Is the black mount still in the engine? That's a good question. Ah, yes, it is. Okay. So this little thing, I couldn't figure out where he went, and I didn't have any bolts for him, but I know he was in here beforehand. I remember messing with him, but he's just a mount. He doesn't serve like any functional purpose. And I think he connects to this thing right here, but I don't have bolts for him. These are the only bolts left, and one is not even a bolt. So we have the nut, and then we have this massive bolt that is bent. Don't know if you could see that, but it's bent, and it's supposed to go right there. But since it's bent, it can go in there, not far, and then it gets stuck. I almost broke one of our tools last time I just disassembled this engine. So anyway, I'm gonna get this attached. We're gonna see if this thing will fire up. This is really exciting. Like, this is a very exciting part. Oh boy. This is so exciting. I've spent a lot of work on this. I have not bought a bit of parts because it turns out that one thing was its entire issue, but I've cleaned it so much. And I do need to flush out the oil, but that aside, everything is on to where it should run. I believe this is the ground. I'm just going to make sure all our plugs are in, because these things are very crucial. Going to make sure all our stuff's sandwiched, just because those are also crucial. Make sure all our lines are somewhat connected, or are fully connected. That one seems like he's mostly connected. I'll have to watch it, but hopefully this PVC doesn't leak. Just in case, I'm going to have a rag to protect our cylinders. So I'm not going to put it on the engine. I'm just going to leave it like right there. Oh, that's not going to help me. So I'm going to set it there on the ramp, and then I'm going to start it and immediately run back out to see if it leaks. Whoo boy. Okay, well, first up, whenever you open up the door, it'll prep itself. Which will send oil and get all its systems and all that fun stuff warmed up. So that's what happens whenever you open up the door. So This is exciting. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is so good. Well, we got power to the car. I'm sitting on the key, so that's reassuring. We got ourselves power. Now that it's prepping everything. Okay, it just prepped everything. I heard the oil start pumping through there. I'm gonna shut it off and turn it on one more time just to make sure that we're actually getting oil up to our pump. All right, moment of truth. Let's see it. There goes all the lights. Let's just go make sure that we're not pumping any oil all over our car. That seal looks good. All right, you know what? We're just gonna go for it. Well, I didn't sound too happy. Did not sound like it wanted to start. Okay, so as you guys could probably tell, it did not enjoy that. So it does not want to fire up at all, which is not a good thing. So, forgot I had shoved the key over here. Okay. But now that I have that, now I could finally shut the hood. So this car does not want to fire. It just sits there and just. So after finally attempting to start it, it does not want to start. I checked the engine oil, and it is practically out of it. Practically new bueno. So I'm gonna buy engine oil, top it off, and then I'll try and start it. But for now, it is not wanting to fire off. So this thing is gonna sit. It's gonna sit, hoping that once I get the oil, I should be fine. So this thing should hopefully be done maybe about like a week, maybe hopefully. Now there's no telling if that's actually the case, but I'm hoping so. So it doesn't run. It's got itself some power, which is, nice, and that's good, but it's not good that it's not firing off. So we'll have to get some oil for it. I'm gonna shove some new oil in, drain the old oil out, and then we'll see if this thing fires off. In the meantime, hope y'all have one for rest of your day. It's a shame that this does not want to fire up. I assembled all of it. It doesn't leak anymore, which is great. So it's not leaking. Now it's just the issue of getting it to start. So I think first things first is to shove more oil in it so it doesn't seize. And then we'll see where we are. In the meantime, hope you all have one for rest of your day. And of course, subscribe. And this thing still has a lot of work left in it. Anyway, I hope you all have enjoyed. And of course, subscribe.